Close your eyes. Imagine with me. Mountain wind moving up through pine forests in a valley thousands of feet below, channeled by the mountain's rocky V, smelling strongly of that clean smell that only pine trees make. The wind carries the cold of coming winter, the bite of tonight's coming flurries, and the sting of dried pine needles carried up from the valley by the millions. A dog shakes his head and his chain collar sounds like tap shoes dancing to a frantic, uncoordinated music. And there are friends and brothers there too, the wind too loud for you to speak. Open your eyes. Images are stories. Photographs tell us about a scene, a place, a thing, or an emotion. And most of all, they tell us about the photographer and what that photographer values the most. I picked up a Road Warrior FM2, beaten brass from tables, drops, and doors. Without hesitation, without issue, it has worked for dozens of rolls of film over the last 2 years in exceptional cold, heat, humidity, snow, morning dew and frost, dust, 2 miles elevation, below sea level, and sometimes multiples of those in the same day. Without question, comment, or hesitation, the FM2 has worked reliably and every time it needed to. It sat in luggage and camera bags, was slid under my car seat, bombed with dog drool, knocked against solid granite, and suffered all manner of insults and neglect that would leave most cameras in pieces. The FM2 is one of those cameras that people go to when they know their gear will take abuse, but still need to work on demand. And yeah, that's one of the things that this camera does. Take hits like a masochistic MMA fighter and keep going in for more. But beyond this camera's ruggedness, it has a simple, classic interface, the kind that makes it easy to hold up to your eye, look at a scene, find in it a story and the things you value, and record it to share with others. This camera can put the photographer and the subject as close as laces and shoes because it does not interfere, does not get in the middle. The simple, efficient design results in a user experience where the camera itself melts away, becomes nothing more than a red plus, 0, or minus, and then a quick blackout in the creative process. So let me give you 5 words to describe the FM2. Intuitive, reliable, obsequious, simple, unobtrusive. And that's a strong list. Nowhere in the description that I would give the FM2 would words like intimidating, difficult, fragile, obnoxious, or complex reside. The FM2 is a photographer's camera, and what I mean by that is everything I've said already. It's reliable, and it does not interfere. The Cambridge English Dictionary defines genius, in part, by saying that it is great and rare natural ability or skill. And I would argue that that's part of the definition. I like to think of genius as the ability to successfully and with good outcomes connect disparate concepts or thoughts in a creative manner, especially in a way that previously had been unconsidered. And that when that new way of thinking comes about, it seems natural and logical once the connection exists. Can a camera be genius? Well, no, of course not. They're metal and plastic, batteries and glass. There's no brain and no thought. Can a camera's design be genius? Can a camera's design have a great and rare ability to connect a photographer and subject in a way that had previously been unconsidered, but that becomes natural and logical once experienced? Yes, decidedly yes. So does that mean that the FM2's design is genius? Well, imagine with me a family gathering, warmly lit in the glow of old tungsten filament bulbs, roast turkey hot from the oven, warm and dark brown under tinfoil, a kitchen full of sideline cooks nodding at the steamy, herbed smell of the turkey, chopped bread and celery inside it, giblet gravy slowly bubbling on the back burner, a champagne cork popping in another room. And there, camera, film, a moment, light and color, smell and steam, champagne, reflex, action. So you tell me, is the FM2's design genius? I think we would answer that question in the same way.